Hey, let's go with boiled rice today. A nice simple one and awesome to know how it's done. I've just swiped across my home screen. I'm going into my Cookidoo page and I can do an exact search for boiled rice and it will come up here on the screen. I've got a few options. I'll go with boiled rice and there it is. And again, always having a quick look at my information and always going to the tips and variations that you can do. If you've got short grain, basmati, brown, white, all these different things that it will help you with. Very important to go down to this section. After you've done that, let's just go straight into start cooking. Scales have popped up on the screen. I'm going to tear them to 0 and I'm going to weigh in 1,000 grams of just room temperature water just out of the tap. That is a litre, but in Thermomix terms we will go in grams because we weigh in everything on the scale. And then we'll go next, so 1.5 teaspoons of salt going in. That's 1.5 teaspoons. And then next is 20 grams of olive oil or butter. It really doesn't matter, you don't have to do either. I'm going to do a little bit of butter, but I have often done it without either. So totally optional. Then next step is to insert our simmering basket. So that goes in like so. I'll just do it that way so that you can see what's going on. Then we're going to weigh in 350 grams of long grain rice. This is jasmine rice and it is exactly 2 cups of rice. So that goes in, and then our next step is to mix the rice well with the spatula. So you kind of want to get the water coating the rice, giving it a little bit of a rinse. So you'll be able to see when the rice is all wet, and that is done. And then you can close the lid of your simmering basket. And then next we pop our lid on with the measuring cup. That is this step. And then next is a 20-minute cook at 100 degrees. Instructions down the bottom, turning speed selector over here to 4. So now we can go away and have beautifully cooked rice. And we'll be back in 20 minutes to admire our handiwork. Here we are at the last couple of seconds. We've got our finish chime, which we can stop by pressing the speed selector button. And now we just take the lid off and go to taking our rice out. So what we need to do here is using the spatula with the hook on it. There's a little space for it to go inside the simmering basket, so you can pick it up and then pop it onto the lid of the thermoserver. So coming back into the water for a second, I just want to show you the color of the water, and what that is, there is a lot of starch that's come out of the rice because the water actually washes through the rice as it's cooking using this method. Starch is basically a carbohydrate, so we're decreasing the GI of our rice by cooking it this way. So all we need to do now is tip it into our thermoserver and then break it up beautifully, and you have perfect rice every time. So from here, of course, you can add herbs. You can pretty much flavor this any way you like. But, you know, you can also add coconut milk and turmeric to the water before you cook it to get a nice yellow coconut rice if you like. And it's pretty much endless. You can do a sweet rice with sugar and cinnamon and nuts and all sorts of things. So pretty much this is the basis of a lot of lovely rice dishes. Okay, great. Thanks, guys.